64 boy.
Scratch.
Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and adjust the culture, huh? Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And y'all already know what type of time we on. Y'all know the vibe. We are here to do what we do, and that's address the culture. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting the show. It's been doing amazing. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in last week. We did over 600,000 views. Everything keep growing. Shouts out to Just TV. Shouts out to iHipHop TV. Address the Culture fam. Philly Jams 95.3, Jams 95.3, and Indy 101 as well. Shouts out to Roku, everybody that's been tapping in. We really do appreciate the love and support. Now, we got a special show today. You know, we got, in my opinion, one of the most important election seasons, you know, in the near history that I can recall, because there's been so much going on in the culture. We talk about a pandemic, a government, different things is going on, and just people are just so unclear of what the future will bring. You know, we just seen so much. So this is an important election season when we talk about leadership and moving in the right direction. You know what I mean? So it's very important who you decide to vote for and who you decide to represent you when we talk about major issues just facing the country and, quite frankly, facing the world. You know what I mean? And today's guest is someone who is trying to step up to the bat, you know what I'm saying? Step up to the plate and try to knock some of these issues out the park, you know what I mean? And represent the country in a very informative way, and try to do things to invoke change, you know what I mean? And I'm excited to have him on the show. We met. It was a great connection, so you know I decided to bring him to the culture game. You know what I mean? So he can, you know, let you guys see how he feels and some of the things that he got going and some of his plans for the future. You know what I mean? So we got the one, we got the only, we got Chip Markel in the building. Welcome to Address the Culture.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I enjoyed our first conversation. I'm looking forward to this one.
Absolutely. Like I said, when we met, it was such a great vibe, great energy. The conversation, it was levels to it. So I felt like it would be a dope conversation to have on the platform, because people be having, you know, questions or doubts about who going to represent them when it comes to certain issues. You know what I mean? And I think your voice is a voice that, you know, it needs to be heard. You know what I mean? And at least given the opportunity to the chance to represent people, just not just in Illinois, but you know, the whole country, you know what I mean, in some aspects, you know what I'm saying? So for those who might not know, who is Chip Markel?
Well, I'm a high school graduate. I joined the Navy when I was 17. I received an honorable discharge, and I've always had a sense of serving. My career was in the Illinois Department of Corrections, and while I was in corrections, I joined unions every opportunity I had, and I was actually very active in the unions, and that was to help people. That was to help the people I worked with, to make the places safer for everybody involved. And I'm feeling that call again. You know, I'm feeling the call to serve. I believe our country needs this, and that's why I'm stepping up.
Yeah, I like that, man, and it kind of leads me into my next question. When we talk about representing the country for Congress, correct?
Correct.
You know, that those are big shoes to fill, and we talk about servicing a lot of people. You know what I mean? So when we speak about that, what about politics and serving the people drew you to want to bring that and give people your service in that area?
The reason I'm drawn to this race is because I've followed my career, and my opponent's career have kind of paralleled him being a career politician, me being in the Illinois Department of Corrections and being active in the union. I know how he has and has not represented the district. And Southern Illinois needs a true voice for everybody, from Alexander County to St. Clair County, from Massac County to Marion County to Pope County, all the way up to Clark County. Everybody in the district needs a true voice and needs represented in the United States Congress. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a true voice. I want this to be the first step to show the rest of the country that we're not as far apart as they say we are. We can come together for the right reasons and for reasons to help people and to give hope and to give people an improvement in their quality of life, to actually help people, because that's what a representative is supposed to do. And that's why I want to do this.
I like that. I love the energy of just wanting to affect change.
Yeah.
When did you first know that you wanted to be, quote unquote, a politician? Like, when did you first feel like, okay, this is something that I want to do? This is my calling.
When I've been active in the union, and I've helped negotiate statewide contracts and work on other safety issues in the Department of Corrections, so I know what it is to work across the aisle or to lobby people to get things done. And this is something that I've struggled with for 5 years, trying to decide if I wanted to do this or not. My wife and I are retired.
Uh-huh.
And I would think one day, I'm retired. We're retired. We're enjoying our life. Then the next day, it's back to, I've got to do this. I have to step up to make a change, because I know I can do the job. I know I can do the job better than the person we have representing us now.
Yeah.
But this has been a struggle. I mean, this wasn't an overnight decision. This is something that keeps pulling at me.
Yeah.
And I finally decided to get up off the sideline to do something about it. And I didn't want to wake up in 5 years and think, man, if I would have ran and I would have won, what kind of a difference could I have made?
Yeah.
Because I know I can make a difference. And we need this. The country really, really needs this, because we're not going down the right path.
Yeah. Yeah. You only got one life. You know what I mean? So if you're not going to shoot for it right now, when will you? You know what I'm saying? And I definitely respect that. It's a different type of mind state that makes you want to put your life and your family life just in the forefront, because running for office is definitely not easy. You know what I mean? To say the least.
Yeah.
Now, for those who might not know, what are the duties of a congressman? Because, we hear these different terms in the country. You'd be surprised how many people actually know what you will be doing and what are the duties of you representing them throughout the country. So if you could break down, what are the duties of a congressman and what are some of the things you're going to bring to the office if elected?
To me, the duties, the job of a congressman is to represent the people, to actually represent the people and do good for them, not for corporations, not for the wealthy, but for the people. And that's what I want to do. I want to listen to what the needs are of people around the district. And I want to act on those. And I want to try to improve the lives of people, whether, we have to control inflation. We have to deal with the economy. We have to create good paying jobs for people in Southern Illinois. We have to provide them health care. There are so many things that we have to do, but the first thing we have to do is protect our democracy. And we do that by passing the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Act. To me, if somebody is in public office, whether it's the county board or a congressman or the president of the United States, if their motivation is anything other than serving the people that put them in office, they don't need to be there. To me, that's their sole focus. That's their that's their job.
I like that, Chip. And again, you lead me into my next question because you spoke something. With that being said, that they shouldn't be there. What makes you the right person for this position?
Because I'm going to tell you up front,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to work every day to make the lives of people in Southern Illinois better than yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking for one vote. I'm asking for your first vote. And I'm going to tell you up front, I want your first vote. Make me earn your second vote. If I can't do that, then I don't need to be there. You know, I will earn your respect. I will earn your second vote. But if, at the end of 2 years, if you don't think I've done my job adequately enough, by all means, then vote for somebody else.
Yeah. I like the energy, Chip. That's what people need. The upfront, the honesty. The transparency. When we talk about just delivering what you say you're gonna do, because that's a lot of the doubt of people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially my culture. When we talk about Black America, um, when we put people in office and we come out and vote, we don't get what we vote. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What we put in office. So when we talk about that, me and you discussed the Juneteenth um, event that you was a part of, and we kind of spoke about the black vote. So when it comes to the black vote in Southern Illinois and just in the country, just across the whole, how important is the black vote for you, and what are some things that Black America can get to benefit with a vote for Chip Markel?
The black vote is very important. Every vote is very important. I want people to understand that I am going to work hard for them every day, as hard as I can. And that's my main focus. I'm going to do the best job for you, whether you're black or wherever you come from, what part of the district you're in,
Mm-hmm.
whether you vote for me or not. Even if you don't vote for me and I'm elected, I'm still going to represent you because that's what I want to do. But I'm not going to make you a bunch of promises. The only promise I'm going to make you is I'm going to do the best job that I can every day for you. And that's everybody. That's not just a certain group or a certain area of the district. That's everybody.
Mm-hmm. Um, I like that. We talk about a certain district or a certain area. You know what I mean? Because in Southern in Illinois, it's like Southern Illinois, and then the Chicago area, where I'm from, it's like it's two different worlds. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like it's two different cities. I mean, two parts of the state. You know what I mean? And some of the things that go on in the city are kind of different from Southern Illinois, so to speak. So we talk about different laws and different things that has transpired. Lately they've been talking about the purge law, that people call the purge law in Illinois. And people have a lot of doubts about it. You know what I mean? It's not clear on how it's going to affect people when we talk about this. It's a hot button topic for this election. You know what I mean? So how do you feel about the purge law, and what is your understanding of how it's going to affect the people?
I'm guessing you're talking about the Safety Act.
Yes.
Okay. I've been doing some research on that, and there's been a big discrepancy or big disparity in um, the way bail has been introduced to the communities.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, when posting bail first came up, it was kind of like when you signed for a traffic ticket, that you're signing the traffic ticket saying, okay, on this date, I'll be in court,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll pay my speeding ticket before this date.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, that's what the cash bail was supposed to be for. It was supposed to be in place for people who presented a real threat to society or a threat to flee. But then counties figured out how they could make money off of it. Where if somebody had to post bond, the counties would get 10% off of the top of it, and they started to use it as a cash flow. And that affected the black and brown community a lot more than it has any other community because of funds. Mm-hmm. And we have to start telling the truth. We have to start being transparent with things. When I was doing some of this research, I looked at a fact check, a group that did a fact check on the Safety Act. And there's a meme on there from WFCN News. Mm-hmm. And it has Illinois non-detainable offenses beginning January 1, 2023. Mm-hmm. That's fake. That's fake. That's a fake news station, and they made it look all professional, like this stuff was going to take effect on January the 1st. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. Illinois doesn't have a non-detainable offenses law. So we just have to start exposing this stuff for the lies that it is. And the fact is that if somebody is a threat to society, or if somebody is a threat to flee, they can still be held in jail or have to post bond for it. But a friend of mine was telling me the other day, a young friend of his got stopped because the license plate sticker had expired. Mm-hmm. He just got his license. This was his first time to have to renew it, and he didn't renew it. He got arrested for that. He got taken to jail, and his mother happened to be an attorney, so his mother took care of it. Uh-huh. Told the police department that they were wrong, they can't do that. But how would that affect a 16-year-old kid who didn't have a mother of an attorney, or as an attorney, and he didn't have the money to post bond? He would be locked up. Right, exactly. Yeah. For an expired for an expired license tag. Uh-huh. That's what this takes care of. So we just have to keep putting the truth out and exposing the lies that people come up with for whatever reasons, And the Republicans are all over this. They're saying the Safety Act is going to release people from prison, and that's not true. Yeah. We just have to be a voice. I was talking to some people the other day. I asked a young man, if he was registered to vote. And he said, no, my vote doesn't count. So why would I even worry about it? Well, your vote doesn't count if you don't cast it. And your voice is not heard if you don't speak up. Mm-hmm. We have to start speaking up. We have to start voting, and we have to put people in office that want to do the job for the right reasons. And that's what I want.
I get that. I like that energy. You know what I mean? And theoretically, it sounds good. But what do you say to the young man, that same young man who feel his vote don't count, Chip, and he vote for people, or whenever he do vote, or the people around him go vote for people, and they put him in office, and those people in office don't deliver on things that they said they was going to do. And if that's a continued cycle and nothing's around me is changing, like you said, I don't have the loyal mother. I didn't come from a family that can, pay, fix things, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You can say race, whatever, finance, whatever the situation is, I can't get myself out of that situation. And I vote for somebody to represent me, to change things around me. And when they get in office, they don't do what they say they're going to do. And nothing around me is changing, but someone else come and they want my vote. What do you say to them? Am I supposed to continue to give my vote, or should I just leave it alone?
The only thing I can say is, this is the first time I'm coming to you asking for your vote. Mm. I can't answer for other people who've asked you for your vote and they didn't deliver. Mm. All I can say is, please don't give up hope. Give me a chance. And I'm telling you up front, if you don't think I deliver, then vote for somebody else next time. But please don't give up hope. Mm-hmm. we have to, but there are so many things that are riding on this next election that please do not set out. We can't afford to set out. And every time you hear a Republican talk anymore, it's doom and gloom, it's fear mongering. But when you talk to me and talk to other like-minded Democrats, we still have hope. We can't ever give up on hope. We can't ever give up trying. If you play the lottery and you play it 100 times and you don't win, and then you believe in that one ticket, you pull that one ticket and you win. That's what I'm asking for. Let me be that winning ticket for you.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I can't answer for how other people have done. I've never ran for public office before. I'm not a politician. I guess I'll be a politician when I'm elected on November the 8th, but I'm not right now.
Yeah.
And you can, I can prove my record. I can prove that I've been able to accomplish things when I was in the union at Menard Correctional Center. And yeah, I'm just hoping that people will give me their trust and give me that first vote. And like I said, make me earn your second vote. But I can't answer about other people.
Yeah. I like that, man. Just throughout your life, Chip, what leaders have inspired you? That you've looked up to, that kind of led you into this kind of, path, and why?
Well, I don't know if anybody's actually led me into this. This is just something that I'm drawn to, that I feel I have to do. But it's funny you ask that, because I used to think that I'm no better than anybody else, and nobody else is better than I am. Would there be somebody that I would actually want to go see and kind of be giddy over? And I always thought, not really. I put my pants on just like everybody else does. But then I really thought about it. And there are people like Rosa Parks, who stood up.
Yeah.
To my God, do you know how strong she had to be to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Those are people that I would like to I'd like to talk to. That I would be kind of giddy to meet. Those are some strong people, and to do what they did and with what they faced, my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. I love that. What morals and principles do you possess that you feel that we as a voter can take and utilize as an asset for the community?
Honesty, integrity, character. I'm not a perfect person. If I tried to walk across a 4-inch water puddle, I'd get wet to my knees.
Yeah.
But I've over my last 35, 40 years, I've really tried to treat everybody like I would like to be treated. I treat people with dignity and respect, regardless of who they are. And I've met people during this campaign that knew somebody that I used to work with, or that knows somebody I used to work with, or know somebody that I was a friend with a while back. And I tell them, I say, I'm comfortable enough with the way I treat everybody that go back to your friend and base your vote on their recommendation. Mm-hmm. If they tell you, no, this guy, he ain't worth it, then don't vote for me. But if you go back to them and they say, yeah, I know him, he's a stand-up guy, he treats everybody the same with respect, yes, that's what we need. And that's, it's honesty, character, respect, respecting of others. You
Yeah.
know, I say hi to everybody whenever I go into the store or whatever. I always want to try to make that friendly conversation with people. Like,
Hmm.
hey, we're all good people. Let's start
That's
treating
actually how we interacted. Just
right.
being just that person. We were at Van Eichner's event. Shouts out to Van Eichner. He's running for state representative as well. That's why this is such an important election, because we got fresh people who are trying to come in and invoke change. I love that energy. You know what I mean? So I can vouch for that. You are that person who will come up and speak, and try to engage in conversation to try to understand your constituents.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing I like. I just wish I had half of Van's charisma. Because, I tell people, if you've never heard him talk, you're gonna fall in love with him after 20 seconds because
Absolutely.
man, I'll tell you what, he's got it.
Absolutely. He most definitely do. You most
Yes, he
definitely
does.
do. Yes, 100%. And that is honestly, that's what is needed. You know what I mean? Because um everybody want to feel like they're a part of something, especially if it's something that's doing positive things out here. Because to be quite honest, we've been going through so much negativity. It's been so much negative energy throughout the world. You know what I mean? So
Oh
just
God.
to get a glimpse of hope, and you spoke about that. Hope is the cornerstone of the culture. You know what I mean? Because without it, we're just lost. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that you speak on that. And that's what these elections feel like. That's what this time for me feel like. It's like giving hope, because to be honest, it hasn't been none. You know what I mean? So
Right.
again, I love that.
Oh, we got these last, you know, 5 or 6 years politically,
Yeah,
they've been a
yeah,
struggle.
absolutely.
Nobody wants to work together. It's my way or no way, and
Yeah,
extremists are dictating where this country's going,
yeah,
and we have to change that. Most people, regardless of where they come from or their background, is they just want to be able to make a living. They want to
hmm
be able to raise their family.
hmm
They want to be able to live their life the way they want to live it. And man, we need to get back to that.
yeah.
This uh, party divide, this party first attitude. We've got to end that.
It
And that's
sounds so simple, but it seems to be so hard. You know what I
it.
mean? Like
You're right.
that don't sound like a lot to ask. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it seems like it's a lot to get these days.
Right. Well, I want this to be the first step.
Yeah,
I want the rest of the country to see that, you know, Southern Illinois is pretty red. It used to be blue, but it's pretty red now.
yeah,
But given the right candidates, Van being Van, given the right candidates, we can vote for somebody who's going to help. We can
yeah,
vote for somebody who's going to make a difference. And let's show the rest of the state. Let's show the rest of the world, or the rest of the country that, you know, let's start putting the right people in office. Let's start putting people in office that want to actually do the job.
yeah,
And let's be a beacon. Let's be that first step
yeah.
because we can do it. We're going to do it.
one
We're
hundred
going to do
percent.
it.
It's in us. You know what I mean? Um, I want to thank you for coming through to address the culture, man. I love the energy. The conversation it is definitely where I thought it was going to be. We're going to have to spin the block, man, and bring you back and have more in-depth conversations, because my audience be giving me questions, and I know they're going to have questions for you. And just just tackling different topics, and speaking about the things you're going to do, and how you're going to continue to try to affect the culture and the community in an amazing way, man. So um I thank you for coming through.
One thing that I would like to say is one way that I feel I can do this is make this change is to actually form working relationships with other members of Congress. Ones that I think, given the opportunity, I hope that there are still enough people in Congress that will do the right thing for the right reasons, given the opportunity. And, but that starts with building relationships. From what I understand, once they leave the Capitol or go back to their office, they don't associate anymore. How can you get along if you don't associate?
Yeah.
One lady that I've come to know and really respect is, she said, it's not about community, it's common unity. And we have that, and we've just got to get back to that. It's common unity.
It sounds like a lost art these days. You know what I mean? Where we just can't seem to get on the same page. You know what I mean? And when you add the different levels of different things that divides us, from finance to racism to religion to classism, it's just so many different ways that they break down to divide us. And they're all issues that if we just got rid of it and looked at each other as one and try to make things better around us, it'll be so much better. You know what I mean? So that's why. Go ahead.
They want to keep pushing that button that keeps dividing us, or fear mongering. We have to have more people in office that want to do the right job. We have to get rid of them because they're not doing us any good. They're not doing anybody good except themselves. We got to get rid of that.
Now, before I let you get up out of here, I can't let you go. If you could tell your constituents, the voters that's going to come out and vote on that day, you know what I mean? If it's a message that you want to send to them, what would you want to say to them to let them know that a vote for you is the vote that they need moving forward in the future?
Well, it's like I said, just give me your first vote, make me earn your second vote. I will earn your second vote. I will earn your confidence. And I'm just asking for your trust. I'm hoping that you will believe in me enough. Maybe I haven't sounded too much like a politician, because I'm not a politician. It's just that I'm that passionate and I want to do this job the way it's supposed to be done. And I'm just asking for you to take a chance on me.
I like that, man. It's worth the chance. Now, tell everybody all of your social media handles, where they can get in contact with you, if they will want to contact and have discussions with you, even contribute to your campaign in any way. I know your door is open. You got an open door policy.
Yeah.
So let people know how they can contact you and how they can get involved in your campaign.
Our website is chipmarkleforcongress.com. Our Facebook page is Chip Markle for Congress. There's links to all of our social media platforms off our webpage. There's a volunteer button on our webpage where if you want to volunteer, phone bank, or right now, it's all about getting the vote out. We're that close. We need to get people registered who aren't registered. We need to get people out to vote, to make sure they vote. And there's a donation button on there if you want to contribute to our campaign. You can do that, or you can sign on to Act Blue and search for my name. You can donate that way, or if you want to send a check, Chip Markle to Congress at P.O. Box 2914, Carbondale, Illinois 62920. 629. Yeah. 62902.
Okay,
Sorry, I got too many numbers running through my head.
Look, you at the finish line, man. It's so much going through your mind, man. I could just imagine. You know what I mean? It is great, man.
We decided to start running in the middle of February, and we haven't stopped yet. We're running. We're running.
Hey, you're not going to stop running, especially once you get elected. You know, we're going to speak that into existence. Once you get elected, you're going to continue to run. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're going to do some great things for the country. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Again, man, I want to thank you for coming through. I know time is something that we can't get back, so I appreciate you coming through and giving us some of yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving the opportunity to help get my message out. I appreciate it, because it's, you know, it's all about doing the right thing for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And I can't get away from this. This is pulling at me. I got to do this.
Yeah.
We're going to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here. Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk